Alright, so I'm sure most of you watching this right now already know exactly what self improvement is, so I'm not going to waste your time explaining it again. I just want to get right into it. Plus, self improvement is pretty self explanatory anyway. It can mean a lot of different things to a lot of different people. Whether it be habits like meditation, journaling, going to the gym. But let me ask you something. Who was the person who introduced you to these healthy habits and to self improvement in general? Hopefully, it was someone like a parent or an older sibling, but in this day and age, you more than likely were told by some influencer on, any various platform. Now, don't get me wrong, I think the majority of the content that these influencers put out is a net positive, and it can even be that small push that many people need to really get their life back on track. But the problems begin to start when you tune into their content more and more and you try to implement habits that they preach that work for them but may not work for you. For example, a lot of these influencers always preach about waking up super early, like 5 or 6 in the morning, and they say it's one of the key factors to their success, when in reality, the time you wake up contributes very little to the amount of productivity performed in each day. So, what eventually happens is their audience tries to copy their entire routine and it doesn't work out for them, and they ultimately stop following it, which puts them in an even deeper pit, mentally speaking. A better practice would be to have a personalized schedule and not follow someone else's. Now, I'm not saying wake up super late, like 11 or something, but as long as you get a solid night's sleep, 7 to 8 hours, and you remain diligent in your work throughout the day, then waking up at the crack of dawn is completely unnecessary. And unless certain obligations require you to get up that early, it really doesn't matter what time you wake up. Also, another big thing to look out for when it comes to these influencers is the almost cult-like mentality that I see all too often within that influencer's fan community. Many people who watch these content creators, especially young and impressionable kids, they adhere to everything they say and agree without question. While most of what they say can be positive, you should never blindly agree with anyone under any circumstances. And if what you hear them say aligns with your values, you think about it for a while, and you do end up genuinely agreeing with them, then that's totally fine and completely healthy. The problems start to arise when you think they are the end all be all to any kind of subject and their word is law. And it should go without saying, but do not ever obsess over someone on the internet, no matter who it is. Next, something else that can be even more dangerous than any kind of toxic influencer is the trap of self absorption when it comes to creating a self improvement lifestyle. Now, I don't think I've heard anyone online talk about this, so pay close attention because this can be really, really detrimental to your growth, and you can actually be going backwards as far as progression. When you start implementing all these good habits, like meditation and journaling and so on, while also being more concerned about your own problems and self interest, that inward thinking can become all that you do, and you obsess over self. You start to neglect the people you care about, you stop being charitable, or in more extreme cases, you can find yourself feeling almost superior to most people that you see throughout the day. And while I know you have the best intentions, you're just trying to improve your life, really. But eventually, many people will notice these changes in you, and from their point of view, it'll look like symptoms of narcissism and egotism, and even when that couldn't be further from the truth. And the people that notice these changes and don't like them will, more often than not, stop interacting with you, and you might find yourself in an even worse position now than you were before you started trying to improve your life. So it's important to remember that when you're trying to change your life for the better, it's important to understand that while it's good to improve yourself for yourself, it's way more important to improve yourself to benefit the people around you, especially the ones that you care about. Now, of course, I encourage you to keep meditating and journaling, But habits like those are just two small pieces in the greater whole of the puzzle. And that consistent social interaction should be a huge part of everyone's self improvement regimen. You can't really improve in a substantial way by yourself locked in your room, journaling and meditating your life away. So go out there, talk to people, get rejected, make new friends, remain in contact with the friends that you do have, and I think that's really the proper way to do it. And that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. I actually have a Twitter and a Rumble account now, so if you want to follow those, I'll leave those in the description below. Also, make sure to like and subscribe, and I will talk to you guys next time.